Okay, so now you've finished your illustration in Illustrator. You've dropped it into the laser cutter drop box. And so now you're going to come over to this computer right here because you're going to be cutting out your design using the laser cutter. So here's what you're going to need to do. We're going to start by going to the laser cutter alias right there. Double click on it. And then you're going to find your file in here. And as mine was Whitney chess piece, I'm just going to double click on it. It'll launch Illustrator. And I'm going to just confirm a couple of things here. I'm going to center the image up. You can barely see it because of how thin that stroke is. So I'm going to go to Control Y so we can see the pieces. Now this right here says CMYK, so this might be, that would be something that you'd want to just double check right there. If it says CMYK, you need to go to File, Document Color Mode, and make sure it says RGB. So now it says RGB, okay? It's just confirming. I'm selecting my pieces, and the thickness is 0.072, uniform, basic. Okay, let's go double check the color here. So I'm clicking on the swatches panel. The stroke is set to RGB red. We're just going to confirm again, RGB red, spot color, red, 25500. Then we can click OK. And we can hide that panel so we can continue to work. All right, at this point it's ready to print. So we're going to go to File and Print. And the first thing you want to do is make sure that the printer is set to the VLS 6.60/75. That's the type of laser cutter that is. Okay. And then we're going to hit Print right down here. Okay. Once you hit Print, then right down there, there's a little, it's called UPC. It's a little red icon. You're going to click on that, and you should see your graphics right there. Okay. Once you get your graphics visible, you got to turn the machine on. So right now it's quiet. Okay. So up here there's a power button, and it'll take a couple of seconds. It says initializing, and then in a second or two it'll say idle. And the system is just resetting itself over here while that's going on. Now it says idle and it's ready to go. And now you have control of your controls, actually. So at this point, what you got to do is align your graphics to the material that you put in the cutter. So this upper left corner is the 00 mark, okay? On the screen, the 00 mark. So you gotta know what size your artwork is to make sure that it will fit on the substrate that you're cutting it out. Okay, so to move it, we're gonna go to the relocate tool, and you'll notice it gets a bounding box with a blue square here. You can click on any one of those and grab those and drag it. Okay. Now I know that my paper is 11 inches wide and my graphic is under 11 inches and the height is under 6 inches, and we saw that over there that we can fit it on in this space towards the top. Okay, so from that point we just want to check settings. We get this dialog box, And for cutting on Bristol board, which is what we are going to be doing, you want to activate the red vector line by clicking on it. And then we got to change the settings over here. We're going to set it to 75 for your power, 100% for your speed. We'll leave PPI alone. And then we're going to set this to 0.02. That's the thickness of the paper. We're going to hit set, apply, okay, and then we're back here, and all you got to do is hit the play button. Right there. You'll see it loads up the first thing, but if you get this error right here, air cleaner emergency, stop activated, look at the front of the machine right here, this big red button. If it's pushed in, you gotta unpush it. So it turns on. Then you come up here, and you can hear it turn on as well. Then you click OK to that, and you'll have to hit play again. Now the first one comes up. The laser cutter starts cutting. Then it'll move on to the second one, or all the different pieces you got. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna pause this. You see that the laser head returns from over there. Okay, I'm gonna turn off when I am finished with my project. And I'm going to turn this off if that's still on. Then, what we gotta do is get our work out. So, you just grab the handle here. Now this lid is a little tight. So be careful, make sure you load it all the way up because it'll want to fall back. And then you just take out your pieces. Now if I would have let it go, it would have done all three pieces, but here's the one that I'm needing. So that is it. When you're done, take out and clean out your stuff out of the cutter. And then be very gentle when you close the lid because it doesn't want to latch all the way. You can leave it like this when you're done, but when you're putting your stuff in, you have to push it all the way down. Be gentle. This machine is $27,000. And that's cutting out your material.